How's it going, everyone? This video is about how to get over your fear of leaning. Let's get into it. So the first thing I would say again, and I've already said it before in a whole bunch of my low speed turning videos, go do some low speed turns. Start with my MotoJitsu program. I have 4 books on Amazon and my own MotoJitsu app. Ton of drills you could do to go set up. Dead end road, parking lot, at a mall, at a bank, whatever. And when you're doing the low speed turns, the bike is going to be required to lean a whole lot in order to make the turns and the circles and the weave and everything else. So that's the first step. Get used to a lot of lean angle by practicing my MotoJitsu drills or something similar to it. MotoGymkhana, whatever, right? So do that. Number 2, that's going to help you get comfortable with the lean angle. And then number 2, when you're out riding the twisties, I think people have 2 big misconceptions when it comes to they're afraid to lean, or I want to learn how to lean more, or whatever, right? So number 1, you're never going to get over the fear. You're just going to learn how to be comfortable leaning. Like, I'm always going to be afraid of sliding out and crashing. Who the hell wants to crash? That's not going to be a fun thing, right? Nobody wants to crash. Nobody wants to get hurt, right? But you can get more comfortable leaning based on your technique and how much you practice, and the better rider you get, the more fun you have, right? So that's number 1. You're only going to get comfortable with lean angle. You're not going to get rid of the fear altogether. I still have the fear. Everybody I know who rides still has fear of crashing. And whenever they get leaning the bike over, like, oh man, the bike's leaning so far it might crash, it all comes to the bike crashing. That's the end result nobody wants. Lean angle just makes it feel more present because you're physically getting closer to the ground. That's why it feels scary, right? So that's first thing, right? You're not going to get rid of the fear completely. The next thing to understand, and this is where a lot of confusion is about lean angle and cornering and everything else. People say, well, I want to lean more. I want to get more comfortable leaning. And my first question is, now I started asking people, why? Why do you want to lean more? Like, well, I want to get better. I want to become a better rider. I'm like, okay. And why do you think lean angle, leaning more through the turn, is going to make you a better rider? What does that mean? Or like, well, I want to go faster, so I have to lean more. I'm like, well, that doesn't even, like, I'll ride behind people that are dragging knee and I can go faster than them, but they have more lean angle than me. So lean angle alone by itself is not a tool. Just, it will make you automatically faster. No, it's going to make you a better rider. So it's like, I think there's just big confusion that people say, I need to lean more. I want to learn how to lean more. If that's your priority, to have a whole lot of lean angle and a whole lot of mid-corner speed to give you a lot of lean angle, then I think your priority is messed up. But people want a lot of lean angle because maybe they're trying to drag their knee, maybe they're trying to look cool for the picture in the middle of a corner to post up on Instagram, and they want to be social media warriors, leaning the bike, you know, whatever. Like, why? Why are you trying to lean more? If you want to become a better rider, don't worry about leaning the bike. Worrying about get the corner over with and standing up the bike to accelerate hard out of the corner. The whole idea about cornering is to get the corner over with as fast as possible to get back on that power and get out of there. Get the bike stood up off the edge of the tire is the actual priority if you cared about riding better, right? So just like, well, I want to learn how to lean more. I want to lean more. I don't think I'm leaning enough. It's a big confusion that you asking me, how do I lean more? Why am I afraid to lean? I want to lean more. You asking me the question, what you really want is to be a better rider, and in turn you'll go quicker with less effort. But you think leaning more is the answer because you don't know what the answer is, so you're just kind of guessing something. Well, maybe if I lean more, I'll go faster or be better. Well, that's not the case. So step 1, actually go with some tennis balls cut in half or some cones and set up my MotoJitsu drills in the parking lot somewhere, dead end road, you know, church, whatever, right? And actually set up the drills, and you'll realize very, very quickly with my MotoJitsu drills, you need a lot of lean angle to make this stuff. It's not as easy what people think. Anybody who thinks my drills are easy have never done it. I promise you that. They have never actually set up blue belt, brown belt, black belt, weave, nothing to realize, okay, this stuff isn't easy. You have to lean the bike a lot. And that is the first step to getting comfortable with lean angle. Do low speed stuff where the risk is extremely low. Then, whenever you go out to the twisty mountain roads like I am, don't worry about lean angle. Worry about riding well, right? So everything, right? So there's like the 4 fundamental things. That's what to focus on. Vision, throttle, brakes, counter steering. Counter steering, brakes, vision, throttle, right? There's no particular order. Those are the 4 main things, and they're all number 1 in priority. Vision, throttle, brakes, counter steering. Those 4 things are the fundamental things to ride through a corner very, very well. You don't need to worry about body position right now. You don't need to worry about line flexion. I'll ride dead center in the middle of the lane, not moving my body at all, way quicker and way easier than a lot of people using everything they possibly have, including line, including body, including all this icing on the cake, but they have no real solid understanding of the fundamentals, which is why I'm able to ride quicker and safer and faster than they are, even though they're using this extra stuff which isn't just needed, right? So before you start to think about, I want to lean more, think about what are you really asking? What do you really want? You want to be a better rider, I'm assuming, and you want to go through the corners quicker and have less risk and have more fun. So just keep in mind, lean angle is a tool. There's a time and place for lean angle, but that's not the only tool. There's a lot of other things you can do, a lot of other ways to think about riding to get your goals accomplished. And if lean angle is your only answer, it's the wrong answer, right? The wrong answer to the wrong question. You want to become a better rider, take more formal in-person training by real instructors that really know what the hell they're talking about. That's always priority number 1. I have my whole website full of courses you could go to do to take that. And then go practice what you were taught. Otherwise, what you were taught is irrelevant and it's just useless to you unless you go out and practice. And lean angle isn't the priority. So you have setting up the corner, braking for the corner, taking the corner, exiting the corner, setting up for the other corner. All 5 of those aspects of the corner, lean angle is just one tiny little part. I don't care about lean angle. Like, I don't care about how much I'm leaning or how fast I'm going through the corner at mid-corner speed. I care about going into the corner very well, setting up my exit, and exiting the corner very well. I don't care at all about lean angle. I want the bike to be lean as little as possible for any corner. That's my goal. I care about the exits, having really strong, fast, hard exits. And that's how you become quicker overall anyways. I don't care about having a whole lot of lean angle. Lean angle equals risk. The more lean angle, the less the suspension can adapt to bumps and dips in the road, so the less traction you're going to have because the suspension can't do its job. And with the more lean angle, it's harder to change your speed and direction easily, right? So lean equals risk. So if you have less lean, you have less risk, and that should be the goal. So I kind of scratch my head and kind of pull my hair out at the same time whenever people say, hey bro, can you teach me to lean more? I want to lean more. I'm like, well, what do you really want? You just want to learn how to go faster? Do you want to learn how to be a better rider? Yeah. But they just say it, I want to learn to lean more, as if that's the answer to everything, which it's not. It's one tool out of the whole tool bag, right? By the way, lean angle will come natural when you learn how to be a better rider. And if you're riding quicker through the same turn, you have to lean more in order to make it. So it's just a byproduct of riding well. Speed is a byproduct of riding very well. I could be riding at a quick pace and not that much effort, and the lean angle will be fine, but I don't care. Like, oh, I lean more than you through the corner. It's like, well, what difference does it make? I got here 5 minutes before you. Like, I don't care how much you lean through the corner. What difference does it make, right? So understand, you're never going to get rid of fear altogether. You're always going to have the fear. You're always going to have the worry of crashing if you value your life at all, right? Maybe you don't care. I don't know. But that's always going to be around. You're just going to learn to be comfortable with lean angle. So that's the first thing I want everybody to understand. You're just going to be more and more comfortable with lean angle. The more you practice and the more you expose yourself to higher and higher lean angles. And the way to do that, step 1, with the least amount of risk, is my MotoJitsu drills. Go practice. Do a lot of lean angle. Do as much lean angle as you can in the parking lot at a low speed with very low risk. That's step 1. Then when you're out riding around, don't worry about leaning the bike more. Worry about all the other things that will make you become a better rider. Better lines, better throttle control, better braking, more assertive and conscious counter steering, vision better, right? Accelerating out of the corner. All these things focus on, and you'll naturally go faster with the fundamentals. Therefore, you'll naturally lean more because you're simply going a little bit quicker. But if you think I just need to lean the bike more and that's going to be the magic, you know, the magic pill, the miracle pill, you're mistaken. And a lot of people think that, and a lot of people do that, and a lot of people crash. So I crashed one time on the public road in 10 years. And I know people that crash every single year and they don't learn. And they keep on buying the same 1000cc powerful sport bike and they crash again. And then they buy another damn bike because they think it's the bike's fault and they buy another one. And this whole time, buying all these bikes over and over again, they don't take any formal high-level training. What are you going to do, right? Some people have to crash and hurt themselves and go through a whole lot of trial and tribulations and money and injuries to finally realize, wow, I should probably learn to invest in myself and actually learn how to ride this thing very well, besides just keep on going through bikes like underwear because you crash them all the time. Like that's you're not that good, bro. Like there's some kind of problem you're missing out on, right? So there is my advice, everyone. There is my advice. So thanks for watching the video. Hopefully this helps you understand a little bit more about fear and what's a realistic goal for you to have, as well as motivates you to get out there and actually get my app, get my books, go practice my drills, start to get comfortable with lean angle, and that understand out in the twisties, it's not about lean angle priority. That's like the least priority, and I actually want to have as little lean as possible through any given corner, with any given radius, with any given speed. The goal is to have as little lean as possible, not as much, not more than anybody else, right? But if you're still confused about this, watch the videos I have called chicken strips, because that's what a lot of this comes from, is people don't want to be made fun of for having chicken strips because they actually care about the idiots who actually talk about this as if it is a reflection of someone's skill, which it's not. It's just absolutely stupid. I have 2 videos on chicken strips explaining how absolutely stupid it is. So if you're really worried about that, and if you're worried about what other people think about you, then you're going to be worried a whole lot about lean angle and chicken strips. But if you just want to learn how to ride better and ride well and ride quicker with less lean, your actions will reflect that by what you do. If you go out and practice, if you go take more formal training, or not. And it's as simple as that. So check out the description below in any one of my videos. I have direct links to my app, my books, my merch, my Instagram, my affiliate links with Liquid IV and Chin Mounts and Revzilla, and my website and everything else you can imagine. Just look in the description below. So hopefully this helps, and hopefully you understand the goal is not to try to get rid of the fear. It's just to learn to live with it. It's just like your buddy. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have a little bit of fear, but I'm gonna make the fear my friend by becoming friendly with it and understanding I just need to be comfortable with lean angle. But to get rid of the fear, it's an unrealistic goal, and it's not gonna happen, even if you try. So don't try. Just learn to become a better rider. Don't worry about lean angle. Fear will take care of itself with better skill, better knowledge, better training, more practice, etc. All right, buddy. Thanks for watching.